How's it going, NPC Nation? Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to Unknown History. So, another episode of Unknown History. Today we're doing the 14th President of the United States, Franklin Pierce. So, Franklin Pierce was very young and, very handsome looking when he was running for president. That was probably one of the reasons he won the presidency, because he didn't do a lot. His accomplishments were trying to halter the Civil War. That didn't happen, A lot of these presidents during this time that I've discussed so far were during a time of the United States history where it was the big debate of slavery. Slavery was the biggest debate in all these presidents that I've discussed so far. Like, when I did Zachary Taylor, his goal was to put it into slavery. And then this was getting up into the wire because this was number 14, or 2 away from Lincoln. Franklin Pierce's son passed away during a train accident when he was going to his inauguration. So that's one thing that halted his presidency a lot, was that his son passed away. He did so bad that his own party was like, no, we're not anyone but Pierce, was the actual slogan during his, after 4 years of Franklin Pierce being president, when they, were going to, when they were going to the nomination process of nominating someone for president, they did not pick Franklin Pierce because he was so bad that their slogan during the nomination process to nominate somebody to take his place was anyone but Pierce. That's how terrible he was as president. He was very young. He was like in his 40s when he was elected president of the United States. But yeah, at the caucuses and stuff like that, their slogan of his own party was anyone but Pierce, because he just didn't do a lot for the country. Like I said, it was during the period of is slavery bad, is slavery good time. And it's just, he halted that a lot. His, I think all of his sons passed away during when he was president. So it was such a rough time for the guy. He was very young. He tried, but it's just he didn't try, well enough. A lot of people don't know about him because, like I said, it was during the time where nobody had a second term. Since Andrew Jackson. Nobody since Andrew Jackson had a second term. Even his own vice president, Martha Van Buren, Andrew Jackson's vice president, didn't even have a second term. But this was during the time where, okay, we had William Henry Harrison passed away as the 9th president. Well, no one liked John Tyler. He wasn't even nominated again. Franklin Pierce wasn't nominated again. Millard Fillmore. It's just a lot of these people that wasn't nominated again because they were just terrible at being president of the United States, and history sweeps them under the rug. But Franklin Pierce, he had some accomplishments. Every president has accomplishments. People talk and say they don't, but they do. He tried to pass some legislation that helped the country, but it failed, and it was swept under the rug. Everything that he did was swept under the rug because he didn't solve the big issue at the time. Was, slavery bad or good? Found out it's bad, which we should have known that before a war, but that was one of the things that Franklin Pierce gets recognized for. Being young, being a failure, and that's pretty much it. And his son passing away in the train accident. Franklin Pierce didn't really want to get nominated anyways. He wasn't going to run again because his life was so tragic during his presidency. The presidency was probably one of the worst things. I think he did say that it was probably one of the worst things he ever done. I don't remember if he said that or not, but it was probably, in my opinion, in historical opinion, the worst job he could ever took, because of so much tragedy. His presidency didn't solve any problems that the U.S. was having at the time. Plus, his son dies while going to inauguration. His own party turns on him, and their slogan is "Anyone but Pierce." During the nomination process, I don't know why they didn't even consider him. I understand why, because he was so terrible, but he didn't want to run anyways because of all the tragic things. So I think Franklin Pierce, he does get thrown under the radar. I think 10 through 14, those 4 people get thrown under the radar, and I might do Millard Fillmore soon as a unknown history, but I want to talk about him as well because he was an interesting character. But Franklin Pierce, yeah, he didn't do a lot for the country. He attempted, but it failed, and when your own party gives up on you, you failed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, press the share button, press the like button, press the red shiny subscribe button, press the bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And also, to your NPC 1594 viewers, this is the now main channel. I just want to make that clear. I still see people subscribing to NPC 1594, the original channel, which I don't upload to anymore because of reasons. But I want to make a whole video about that. I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.